Hey everybody, it's JANG here with a look at the LEGO Star Wars Microfighters Series 3 AT-DP. This is from Star Wars Rebels, the major walker that's there that's based on early concept art for the AT-ST, and they've made it smaller here. However, this is a fairly tall model for a microfighter. It's pretty sizable. I mean, look at it just in height comparison to a minifigure that's standing directly underneath of it. That's pretty impressive. The proportions on this thing are not right, which is right. It's a microfighter. It's supposed to have kind of a chibi style to it. So the kind of body of it, the main hull of it, is much larger than it ought to be for the length of the legs there. Stands up just fine, holds a minifigure, which is important, crucial for these, and it's able to shoot, which is another thing that all the microfighters are supposed to do. It has a stud shooter on the front, so off that goes, and I'll find that in a couple days. Those little studs always get lost when they get shot off. The thing that is, well, not surprising, but kind of funny to me, with this relative to the full-scale version, the full-sized, bigger one that they made in normal scale for LEGO, is that the legs here have more usable articulation than the full-sized one. So this one's actually able to do something like that, which the bigger one could not. So you kind of a motion pose to it like that, and I think you can figure out some other poses because you've got enough mobility here with the upper joint, the kind of middle joint, and then also the ankles. And as a matter of fact, you can make this stand up a bit taller. It gets a little bit awkward with the center of gravity, but there we go. Look at that. See, that works. It's not a perfect pose. I don't think it's a exactly legal pose like that with the positions of a couple of the hinges, but you can do it. You can pull it off. You just can't do stuff like that with the full version. So like I said, I'm not surprised about that because they had a bunch of logistical challenges with the bigger one, with the proper dimensions or closer to proper proportions with it, and the weight of the hull itself and how skinny the legs have to be. But yeah, this is more fun in a sense to actually be able to pose it. Oh yeah, and because of the upper joints and the fact that they are both there and they are both able to rotate, you can actually take just the entire hull and point it down. So if you've got a rebel down there on the ground, you can point it directly at them. Or if you want to, you can just change the angle of the shooter, so you could just point that down. But it's just nice to be able to get more expressiveness out of the thing like that, to make it look like it's looking at something. A very derpy look to it though. This kind of looks like an eye on the side on all of these. I think that was the original intent, but kind of looks like it's just googly-eyed with the little hollow studs that are there. But I think it's cool. I think it's fun. The figure, as far as I can tell, is the exact same AT-DP pilot as we got in the larger AT-DP set. No surprise there, but if you are a Star Wars minifigure fan in particular, and weren't particularly interested in the AT-DP set and paying the price of it, you want this figure, well, now you can get it for real cheap. So that is a very good thing. There's no alternate face to be seen on that head. It's just completely blank white on the back. Yep, I dig it. It's a fun little thing to play around with and to have just as a small little display model. Not a great build, it wasn't really that enjoyable to put together. No surprises, no really cool techniques used or anything, but the end result is pretty cool. If you have any thoughts about this set that you would like to share with myself and the rest of the viewers, please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll talk to you again soon.